If you are counting your macros, specifically protein, and you're going by what the food label says, you may not be getting all the protein you think you're getting. So today we are going to talk about complete proteins versus incomplete proteins. Yeah, that's a thing. Welcome to Boom 50 Fitness. My name's Regan, and this is your channel for all things health and fitness in your 50s and beyond. Protein is so important. Our bodies need protein to build muscle, transport nutrients, and to repair tissue. I know many of you out there struggle to reach your protein goals. A lot of you just tell me you're not hungry enough to eat that much protein. And that's what makes it even more important to make sure the protein you are taking in is protein that your body is absorbing. So let's start from the very beginning and talk about the building blocks of protein, which are amino acids. Amino acids are just organic compounds that your body uses to make proteins. So essentially, proteins are just a chain of amino acids. There are 20 amino acids that your body needs. Yes, 20. And they all have different functions. Some play a role in your immune health, while others play a role in muscle growth, tissue regeneration, and energy production. And some regulate your mood, appetite, and sleep. So this is one of the reasons amino acids are so important, because they just help your body run smoothly and effectively. 11 of the 20 amino acids are called non-essential amino acids. These are the ones we don't really have to worry about getting from our diet because our bodies naturally make them. So that makes the other 9 the essential amino acids. And these are the amino acids that we get from our food. So a food is considered a complete protein when it contains the 9 essential amino acids that our body does not make on its own. For a food to be considered an incomplete protein, it does not contain all 9 of the essential amino acids. It might contain some, a little bit of some, a little bit of another, but it doesn't have all the necessary essential amino acids. Now, before you hit the panic button, if you are eating foods that don't contain all 9 amino acids, that doesn't necessarily mean your body's not absorbing the protein that it states on the label. However, you're probably not absorbing all of the protein that's on the label. All right, so let's talk about some complete proteins. Fish, poultry, eggs, beef, pork, dairy, and whole sources of soy, such as tofu, edamame, miso. So if you're on a vegan or vegetarian diet, most of your proteins are going to come from incomplete sources. And those would include legumes, which are beans, peas, and lentils, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and vegetables. And maybe you're thinking, who am I to be telling you all this information? Well, my degree's in exercise physiology, and I am in a master's program in health sciences and nutrition. And I just wrote a big paper on protein and learned so much. In fact, I was doing some of the things wrong. One of the sources that I counted as a protein source was my collagen powder. I do 2 scoops a day. Each scoop says on the label it's 9 grams of protein. So I thought I was getting 18 grams of protein from my collagen alone. I now have learned I cannot count that collagen powder as a complete protein. So the collagen that I use states on the label that each scoop is 9 grams of protein. And I would do a scoop in the morning and a scoop in the afternoon. In fact, I have a scoop right here in my tea that I'm drinking. You don't even taste it, so it just tastes like my delicious green tea. Anyway, I no longer count that because it is not a complete protein, and I don't know how much my body is absorbing of the protein that's listed on the label. So I'm sorry if I am the bearer of bad news. I was pretty bummed out when I first heard that. I think it was Dr. Gabrielle Lyon who talked about it, and then Dr. Peter Attia has talked about it. So I do not count my collagen, I use the vital proteins, as a complete protein. But on that note, you do not have to eat only complete proteins to get the benefits. And by that I mean the body boosting effects. The goal should really be to get a great balance of those essential amino acids throughout the day. If you've been on this channel before, I have talked about how much protein your body needs. And I will link up here a video that you can do a whole calculation and get the number of grams of protein your body should get. But if you don't feel like doing a calculation, this is a great one to go by. Just eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And if you're on a weight loss journey, eat your goal weight in grams of protein. So here's what I do, because I get a mix, like most of you out there, a mix of complete proteins and incomplete proteins. So I shoot for about 80 to 90% of my protein intake to be from complete proteins. And then the rest can come from incomplete sources. And then at least I know I am getting at least 80 to 90% of my goal in grams of protein. So on a daily basis, I probably eat a little over my body weight in grams of protein just to make sure my body's taking in the amount of protein that it needs to function at its highest level and to continue to build muscle and burn fat. So basically, just remember that all proteins are not created equal, and not all proteins should be counted towards your daily amount of proteins, whatever that goal is for you. So let's touch on the topic of weight loss really quickly, because a lot of you out there know that you should be eating a certain amount of protein and you think you're getting it, but maybe if you're struggling on that weight loss journey, it's the type of protein that you're eating. So you just make sure that most of the sources are complete proteins. So now you know the difference between a complete protein and an incomplete protein, and it may be time to change the game a little bit and focus more on those complete proteins. And if you're relying on processed foods or foods like energy bars or protein bars to get your protein in, just know that most of them are not complete proteins. So if you're eating an energy bar, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a week, you may want to change your source for protein and make sure you're getting a complete protein. If you want, oh, something's going on out there. That's the sound you'll hear when you eat an incomplete protein. Anyway, if you guys are interested, I can list out the 9 amino acids that you should look for when you are trying to get a complete protein, and I can go over what each one does for your body. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have so many tips to give you about protein, and this is one of those tips that I think a lot of people just don't even realize, but I have some other ones that will be in an upcoming video. So look for that and make sure to smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Ring that notification bell, and then you'll be the first to know when my next video drops. My name's Regan. This is Boom 50 Fitness, your new BFF. I will see you next Thursday. I'm obviously still in New York City. If you didn't watch last week's video, I talked about why I'm here for an extended period of time. I'm very excited to be here. I will be splitting my time between here and Park City, Utah, but for a while, this will be my background, and I hope I see you very soon. I'll link that video down below. See you guys next time.